Hello, everyone. Welcome again to our live session here at my YouTube channel. Now, this time we have a very important topic to talk about, no? Meron tayong mahalagang pag-uusapan dito, no, sa ating live stream ngayong araw na ito. Napakahalaga, no? It's very important. We are talking about the types of intelligence. But there are four types of intelligence, but we are going to focus only on the one type of intelligence. We all know the common intelligence being measured. So that we have the IQ, the EQ, and the social quotient. And the last part, which will be our topic for this time, will be the adversity quotient. This is most of you might encounter this time for the very first time. No? I am going to introduce to you right now the four types of intelligence. No? The concept of intelligence has evolved over time, and various theories categorize intelligences into different types. So we have the multiple intelligences of Howard Gardner. We have the different personality intelligence, no? Which really focus on to the different um, variation of our gift of mental cognitive process. So, of course, the very famous one is Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence, which includes the multiple forms via traditional IQ. However, its simplified classification of intelligence often focuses only on four main types. So, what are those four main types? We have, of course, the very common one, the intelligence quotient or the IQ. This refers to the cognitive intelligence. No? It refers to our personality ability to think. So itong mga kakayahan natin na mag-isip ng malalim, no? Ng logical na pag-iisip sa pamamagitan ng mga pag-solve ng mga problema. And of course, it also involves process of information efficiently. Then it also involves skills, no? Logical reasoning, no? Mathematical ability, critical thinking, and memory and learning capacity. Those things are under the intelligence quotient. And how could we apply that intelligence quotient? It could be in relation to academic performance in the school, and it could also be the problem solving in technical fields like in engineering, science, or in any field. No? And it could be also be applied in analytical thinking and decision making. So if you have a high IQ, the famous person in the past, in the history with a high IQ, of course, we have Albert Einstein and the rest of the scientists, nakilala natin ay meron silang mataas na IQ. So that encapsulates the intelligent quotient. Now, the second one, I will just run through on this because this is not the main discussion or topic that we are going to talk about this day. The second is, of course, no, in the workplace today, IQ is not enough. It should have both the IQ and the EQ, no? Hindi mo ang talino mo kung wala ka namang EQ or the high emotional quotient or the emotional intelligence. No? So this refers to emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize and understand and of course manage one's own emotions and those others. Especially, excuse me, when we talk about into the workplace, or into the academic environment, no, emotional quotient or emotional intelligence is a necessary one. No, it involves our skills on self-awareness, no, identifying your own emotions, no, being having an empathy with others. No, we all know what is empathy, and of course, it involves also social skills, no? Emotional regulation, how you manage your emotions in various situations. So how can we apply this EQ or emotional intelligence into the different field, like in leadership and teamwork? Um, Emotional intelligence is important also. And when you interact with different people in your in your surroundings, in your workplace, or in your classrooms, conflict resolution is part of its application. And of course, building good relationship and effective communication with other people. So, yun ay ang mga kabahagi na kapag pinag-uusapan natin ang sinasabing emotional intelligence. And the third one, which is not so familiar, most of us are not so familiar with this, and that is social intelligence or the social quotient. It defines as the ability to interact effectively in our society by building relationship and navigate social environments. It's almost connected, interconnected to emotional. No, that's why it is being labeled as social-emotional quotient. The two. No? It involves communication skills, interpersonal relationship, and cultural awareness. Now, let's dive into the last one, which is the fourth one, which is our topic this afternoon. The fourth one is the adversity quotient or the resilience intelligence. How resilient are we? Let's before we are going into the details of the resilience intelligence, let's have first the analysis of the generation that we are having right now, like the millennials, the Gen Z, the Gen A, or the Gen Alpha, and the Gen Beta, which is very recent right now. No, what's the setbacks? No? What are their difference? No, in the present time today, we can observe that the recent generation, no, the key factor of the recent generation today is the advent of technology. No? Kadalasan ay nasa mabilisang procedure or proseso tayo, no? Madalian o instant. No? Everything is instant, and that would help them make their life easy. No? But if we try to compare the past generation, of course, we have enjoyed the process. We are not being deprived of the process that we go into. And like today, in the present generation, most of those individuals in the present generation are having an instant, no, or what we call the automation. And that is because of technology. So most of the things are being automated. That is why they are being deprived with the process, no? The result of the process that we underwent. Example, if you try to compare in the past, no, everybody able to savor the moment of the process that they go into the details of the process. Example, no, dati-dati kapag ikaw ay nagmamalansya, kayo dumadaan sa tradisyonal na paggamit ng plancha kung saan di uling pa yung paggamit ng lancha, no? Ngayon, pwede lang isang click. We have also steamer, no? Ang uso ngayon ay yung steamer na lang, no? Ganyan na lang, no? So, but before we go into the very detail of the process, like you need to have the uling or the coal that you need to put that one into the plancha and to make uh, fire or heat out of it so that it will be made so that it will be used for ironing your clothes, especially your uniform or whatsoever. So in that case, no, we go into the details of the procedure. That is why pinagkaiba ng previous ng mga generation sa present one. Of course, the process, no? And if we try to look at now today, everything is instant. The food that we are taking are all instant. Instant noodles, instant ramen, instant coffee. Everything is instant. So now how is adversity intelligence or adversity quotient or resilient intelligence being associated to the generation? Of course, we have different generation. We have different type of personality and how we handle the different situations. So this AQ is still a measurement of a person's ability to handle challenges, setbacks, and stress effectively. So right now, we are living in a society or in a community where challenges, where setbacks, failures, stress, and all the negative thoughts is very evident right now. So the question is, how do we solve problems, how we able to adjust to the difficult situations, no? So meaning to say, the resilience intelligence, this is measuring your ability to handle the different challenges. Uh, Example, how you bounce back from your failures. So it is being measured, no? How do you handle stress within high pressures, no? We are not we are not telling about that the mental issues and concerns are no longer important today, no? Because before we don't experience that kind of statement or that situation that there is depression, anxiety, we are not taking into out of the context, no? What we and what I am trying to tell is about the people before in the past generations. They don't identify that one as pressure or as an anxiety, as a depression. But I am not telling that we should not address the issues in the present time. That is because before we really don't understand or we do not really identify those things such as depression, anxiety, although there were already existence of that situations. You know? So that is why we are talking about resilience intelligence. In our culture as Filipinos are being identified and tagged as a resilient people. Now, example of that, how do we become more resilient? Because we are very prone to the different situations and problems in our physical environment, such as calamities. We all know that the Philippines lies on the Pacific region, and we are part of the what we call the Pacific Ring of Fire, and therefore we always, or most of the time, most of the year, we experience different calamities, typhoon, volcanic eruptions, and whatsoever type of calamities. But we were able to stand up. We were able to bounce back all of those, no? The effect of those calamities have been part of our system, but we're able to we were able to bounce back, handle, and stay motivated despite those things that happen in our life here in our country. So if we try to look at into that lens, Filipinos are very resilient. So aside from that, there is what we call a measurement, no, of how your adversity quotient is being presented, no? So what is this all about, the adversity quotient, no? So in today's fast-paced world, no, napakabilis ng takbo ng buhay sa mundo. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable. We cannot really go away with challenges in life. We cannot really avoid setbacks in our life, whether in our academics, when we are having our classes of pag-aaral, no? And even in our career, in our personal life, no? We have, whether it is on our business or whatsoever it is, this is the ability, no? To overcome adversity. No? Adversities are being associated to issues, problems, and then the negative things that happen in our life. It is a very crucial for our success. So adversity, quotient for intelligence is very crucial for us to succeed in life because when we succeed in our life, this is not just a simple path that we run through or we go through. We experience different problems, challenges, obstacles, along with that kind of path to achieve in the future. No? So this ability to is measured by adversity quotient. No? It was introduced by Dr. Paul Stoltz. So this one, no, what is adversity quotient all about? This is the capacity of an individual to deal with the adversities and obstacles effectively and turning these challenges that we are having in our life into opportunities. So we're looking into that kind of lens, no? It's already a challenge, but we are looking into the other side that makes the challenges and obstacles in our life to become an opportunity. So there is still a positive way of thinking all of those challenges that happen in our life. No? If you have a very high adversity quotient, that would really happen. No? According to them, there are three types of result in the adversity quotient. We have the the quitter, no, the quitter. We have the climber, and we have the camper. So the highest is the climber. No, it is associated with obstacles of the mountain. When you're going to go up through all that mountain, you have experienced this type of person. No? The first one is the quitter. This, of course, from the word itself, being a quitter, we associate that one to the things that you have easily giving up to the challenges that you have faced. So therefore, that quitters are considered to be the low adversity quotient. And of course, the second one, we have the campers. These are the moderate EQ individuals who adapt to the challenge, but may not actively seeking solutions to the problem or the challenges that encounter. So these are the average people when we are talking about the adversity quotient or the adversity intelligence of a person. And what we want to have and what we want to be is the climbers or the high IQ individuals. This kind of people embrace challenges and actively seek ways to overcome our challenges in life. So those are what we call the type of people that will be resulted to the quotient or the measurement to be used when being measured. No? So of course, in simple terms, from AQ measures how well a person can cope with setbacks, recover from our failures, and persist in difficult situations. Every one of us may encounter personal issues, no? But this is how well are we in coping up our setbacks, recover from our failures, and persist in difficult situations. So it would really help us reflect on person's ability to bounce back from our failures, handle stress in a very high pressure situations, and stay motivated in despite the obstacles that we may encounter. And of course, it's the ability to find solution instead of giving up. No? So how is this being applied? How is this being applied into the different field or aspects in our life? For example, in education, it helps students overcome academic challenges and failure. I know when we talk about the academic process, there are a lot of challenges that we may encounter. So how resilient are we as a student? No? It also, if you have that kind of intelligence, you will be able to encourage perseverance in learning and problem solving. And it also reduces stress, anxiety, and it also builds confidence. Now, if you have a high adversity quotient. And if you are talking about adversity quotient in our workplace, it determines an employee's ability to handle workplace stress. No? Sa ating mga trabaho, sa bawat araw ay nakakaranas tayo ng mga problema. But if we have a high adversity quotient, a high adversity intelligence, we'll be able to manage different situations in our workplace. It also enhances our problem solving and decision making ability even under pressure. No? And it encourages persistence in achieving our career goals. No example, if you are aiming for a professional growth, no, going to graduate studies, no, you might be encountering a lot of challenges because we all know in that area, it involves real challenge, in academic growth. So how about in our personal life? How about in our personal life? It helps individuals cope with personal struggles and hardships, encourage us in positive thinking and emotional resilience, and it develops a proactive approach to problem solving. So going to continue, no, there is a core model being utilized by the proponent of this adversity quotient, Dr. Stoltz, developed the core dimension. The word core, it stands for control, ownership, reach, and endurance. No? So what's all about control? No? This is the degree to which a person believes they have control over a situation. So, example, if you have a very high EQ, you may be saying that I may not control everything, but I can influence the outcome. So that's a very positive. But if you have a very low AQ on that, this this might be your situation or your statement. This is out of my hands. I can't do anything about it. So you are quitting the situation because you are not looking into the possibilities to find a solution to the problem that you may encounter. How about the second item, the ownership, the O for the word core, is the extent to which a person takes responsibility for overcoming a problem. The first step to solve a problem is to admit that there is a problem. No, do not go away with the problem. Face the problem, no? So if you have the very high AQ or adversity quotient, you might have this statement: "I will take action to solve this problem." That's the thing that you need to have if you have a high AQ. But if you have a low AQ, you might be stating this statement: "It's not my fault. Someone else should fix it." So you are blaming someone. So instead of admitting your own mistake, your failure, you should admit it. Instead of admitting it, you are blaming someone. So it's not my fault anymore. It's not my fault. It's someone's fault. So this should be done and fixed by someone who makes the fault. So meaning you're pinpointing other person or the reason of why this fault happened. So that's not a good indication of having a good or high adversity quotient. The third item for the core is the letter R, which means reach. So this defines reach as how far the adversity spreads into other areas of my life. So the impact of being resilient, if you have a high AQ, you might be saying, this is just one challenge. It doesn't define me. So if we find failure, sometimes we get sa ating society, our failure or one failure will definitely summarize and sum up your personality at all. But if you have a very high adversity quotient, you will be telling other people that this is just one challenge. It doesn't define the totality of myself. But if you have a low AQ, you will be telling people that this failure means I am not good at anything. So you are having a self-pity statement. No? And the last P is the endurance. This is how long a person perceive adversity will last. So if you have a very high EQ for that, this will be your statement. This difficulty is temporary and I will get through out of it. And if you have very low EQ, you might be telling other people this problem will never end and I can't escape on it. So that is a negative thought, no? If you have a very low EQ or adversity quotient. So I hope these things that we talk about would really help us understand our adversity, adversity quotient or adversity intelligence. To wrap up the things that we talk about this day, the importance of having this kind of intelligence is if we are able to handle the difficult situations in our life, this is how we really stay motivated despite the obstacles that we have encountered in our life. To get this, so to end our live stream talking about, you can use our comment section. You can ask question there and share your thoughts about how resilient are you? How did you face your problem in life? How did you face your problem in life? So how did you cope up? What are your coping mechanisms when you are encountering this kind of situation? To get this thought, a final thought coming from Dr. Paul Stoltz, the proponent of this adversity quotient, or also known as the adversity intelligence. According to him, life is not about avoiding challenges. It is about mastering the ability to overcome them. Thank you so much, and God bless everyone. Have a nice day. But before we end, I would like you to click the subscribe button to follow and subscribe me, and of course, click the notification bell to follow and more to have more videos like this. Thank you so much, and God bless everyone.